Good day, everybody. Dr. Nick Myers here, and welcome to the podcast for She Comes First and Selfless Sex on this pretty nice August 11th, 2019 day. Because it's August, it could be like 8,000 degrees outside, but it's pretty nice day. I can't complain about it. And today, I want to talk to you about putting more effort into your relationship. And what I mean by that is maybe during the past couple of weeks, I've been in earshot of the right people or the wrong people, but I'm just hearing a lot of unhappiness in people's marriages and in their relationships. And I'm not really sure what's going on with that. So my thought is, if people just put a little bit more effort into their marriages and their relationships, maybe they would turn around for the better. So I really want to talk about that today. So in this podcast, I'm going to reference an article published on thinkaloud.net called "What Does Putting Effort in a Relationship Really Mean?" And in the article, the author goes on to say that over time, the passion that you guys initially felt kind of fades away, and all that you are left with is love. That sounds kind of weird, but in a way it's kind of true. And that you really cannot buy your way back into having passion again and all that other stuff. So you really have to be kind of hands-on. And my one issue, for starters, is that she really kind of focuses in on the men here. So let's get into that right now. So in the article, she goes through a laundry list of ways that guys can put effort into their relationship. And like, for example, she says this: effort is when you're sick and he makes you some tea and covers you with a blanket. Effort is when you are being annoying, but he keeps swallowing it and loves you anyhow. Effort is when he makes you breakfast in bed on a lazy Sunday. Effort is when he protects you from yourself and others. Effort is when he pays attention to your needs. Effort is when he turns off his phone to spend the afternoon with you and only you. Effort is when he is genuinely interested in about how your day went. Effort is when he doesn't want to go to work until you give him a goodbye kiss. Effort is when he proudly introduces you to his family. Effort is when he doesn't forget your birthday or anniversary. Effort is when he loves you even when you don't like yourself. Effort is when he makes you feel wanted in the morning when you look like nothing, etc., etc., and etc. So there you kind of get the idea of what she's saying about guys putting more effort into their relationships, and maybe it's just taking care of the small things. And yes, I do agree with her on these points, but I probably skipped over about 20 more. You know, if you want to go to it, please feel free to go back and read the article. But there are sometimes, fellas, where we just have to step up. And that's the truth. Why do we have to step up? Because in many cases, if you don't take care of the small things, your lady will start to feel that she's taken for granted. And that's what you really don't want to happen. And that's the truth too. And at the same time, there's a major flaw in her article. So I'm going to get into that right now. So ladies, this question is for you. Are you putting effort into your relationship? And I know that seems kind of stereotypical or mean, but hear me out. Because stereotypically, I understand that you guys are the ones who typically take care of the emotional needs of the relationship. You guys take care of everybody. I get it. But I'm talking about your boyfriend and or your husband here. Are you putting effort into him? So right back at you. If he effort is when he's feeling sick and you make him some tea and you cover him with a blanket. Effort is when he's being annoying, but you keep swallowing it and you still love him. Well, that's something different, but you know what I'm saying. Effort is when you make him breakfast in bed on a lazy Sunday. Effort is when you protect him from himself and others. Effort is when she pays attention to his needs. Effort is when she turns off her cell phone to spend time with you and only you. Effort is when she is actually interested about your day. Effort is when she does not want to go to work until you get a kiss. Effort is when she proudly introduces you to her family. You see what I'm saying here? I can keep going, but real talk, guys can feel taken for granted too. And that's the truth. And the sad part is because of this whole like machismo thing we got going on, we won't say anything about it. We'll just deal with it and keep riding out the storm and feeling miserable. And that's the truth. So sometimes it's just we feel good to know that our lady's putting a little bit of effort into us, into our relationship. With that said, I just have to ask what's going on in the bedroom. So the question is, what does putting an effort into your sexual relationship look like? There is absolutely no doubt in my mind that putting forth an effort in your sexual relationship is extremely important. That's pretty much a given, especially if you're married or even if you're dating. It doesn't really matter. You have to do something. So my questions to you, both of you, are you concerned for each other's pleasure? Are you open to doing the small things that would make your sexuality just that much better? Thirdly, are you open to trying new things? Doesn't have to be swinging from the chandeliers and all that other crazy stuff, but maybe it's something small that your partner actually would really enjoy. I'm just saying. And fourth, do you actually talk about intimacy and making it better, making it deeper? And I'm not talking about the amount of sex that you have, that's quantity. I'm talking about the quality of your intimacy, and to talk about how to make that deeper, make it better. I can't say what it is because every person is different and it's going to look different for everybody, period. But I kind of think that you must put forth some sort of effort, because if you don't, once again, someone's going to feel taken for granted, and you're going to end up with having an unfulfilling sex life, and you really don't want that to happen. So in closing, all I can say is I truly do agree that both of you, male and female, husband and wife, have to put forth some sort of effort into your marriage or your relationship, period. Somebody has to do something. It's even better if both of you two are working towards something, just doing the small things. It's not necessarily always the big things, because the big things can kind of fade away over time. But it's the small things, even something small as a foot rub, can mean the world to your partner, and that's the truth. And of course, I strongly believe that you have to put forth some sort of effort into your sexual relationship too. That's a given, because sooner or later, someone's going to feel taken for granted, and then things could start to fall apart, and that's what you do not want to happen. So on that note, I hope you guys have a great day. Stay tuned, and I'll talk to you soon.